Hello, 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 and welcome, my Sagittarius Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to your timeless work, career, and vocation reading. I am your reader, Mark-Angelo Lyons, Mal. For short, they're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, Incorporated since 1998, 25 years in service at the time of this timeless recording. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It's in chakra chapters. There's a Kindle version of it, and there's a link in the description box where you can preview the table of contents and some other cool stuff in the book, showing you some of the prayers, principles, and practices that have kept me in business for well over 25 years for sure. The original version, though, the Kindle version's lovely. It's clean, it's pristine, but over on Patreon is the original PDF that we did. Such a Fellini film fest of visual color. I love that version of it. Some of my subscribers get that on patreon.com/drawingthecircle, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in with me pretty much every single morning when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link so they can chat with me about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something something to send us on our way. And it's my favorite way to start the day, and I usually do it with a cup of coffee from the couch using the laptop. It's lovely. The second benefit all of them get are the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all relationship, soul contract based. They're all timeless, and they're all juggernauts. If you like detail, I am a Virgo, so there's quite a bit in those extended readings, as well as they get an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling and readings. We'll talk about that at the end of the reading, the end of the video, but I love it, and I highly recommend it. And at the time of this timeless recording, we have 2 7-day free trials if you want to dip a toe and check us out over there. Seeker and Human, ordinarily $3, $5 a month respectively, and you can certainly jump out on day 6. I don't mind. I'm glad to serve, and I love my Patreon big time. Best career move I've ever made. Aligns my work career and my vocation in a lovely way. So I highly recommend it to other creative types out there. So go check it out, see what we got on the menu. And if you like, come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lions, Mark-Angelo Lyons. But you could just call me Mal. Hi, really good mood, great meditation before this, lit a candle. It's a little tilty, the candle, but it's there. So very, very happy to serve. So let's do some explanation. Oh, by the way, do you like the new music? I am loving this. Janet Grace keeps knocking these out of the park. Anyway, so let's get down to biz. Let's do some explanation for the new Sagittarians and cross-watchers, and then we'll get to the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you like, if you've heard it before, because this is what is called a 3 levels of power reading. 3 levels of power, an archetypal set of symbolic lenses, which is redundant, but whatever, to look at anything in particular, just sort of break it into 3 chunks, if you will. There is a video in the description box by Carolyn Mace, MYSS. She's a PhD, a spiritual teacher, and an author. These are her archetype cards that will explain the 3 levels of power. We are using these 3 levels to look at life purpose, which is a lot, right? To break it into your work, how you survive in the world, your career, your passion, your hunger, your creativity, your thirst. We'll talk about it. You'll see there are chakras involved. And your vocation, your life calling, your spiritual and mystical power, all to help you do what you came in to do in this life. Your sacred contracts, Caroline Mace, great book. And the chakra structure that I'm using is inspired by her work, Anatomy of the Spirit. I love her work. She's amazing, and we're very lucky to have her kind of light the way as we go. So there are 11 cards in this spread. You get 3 Caroline Mace archetype cards representing the 8th chakra of your work, career, and vocation, and the soul power. You are alchemizing from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy. We'll talk about it. We'll get the next 4 chakras down, 1 card each. Work, career, vocation for the internal world, heart, third eye, crown. Your creative intuition in all 3. 8th chakra is visionary intuition for all 3. The Caroline Mace archetype cards in the lower 3 chakras we will do with the Mythic Tarot For relationships in the physical world, the lower three chakras, you from the outside looking in at yourself, you from the outside looking out at other people, places, and things, including corporations, right? This is the money read, folks. This is the one where we usually get some kind of clarity on the financial part of that. So that's a 9. Our 10th card will be a whisper from the Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield, god of success, prosperity, remover of obstacles, elephant-headed Hindu god, and remover of obstacles, particularly the 3 atoms in between lead and gold, symbolically speaking. Well, it is literally speaking on the periodic table of elements, but symbolically removing those 3 atoms, moving us from a leaded timeline into a more golden timeline, percentage point by percentage point by percentage point, by fulfilling our contracts and what we came here to do. Now, we will end with a Macon healing mantra, and this is where Crosswatcher's heads up. This is a good Crosswatcher read if there's drama in the office or something similar, right? To kind of get a little insight, understanding, sympathy, and empathy, perhaps, for coworkers, bosses, whatever you find yourself in. Just keep in mind, not everybody makes their money through their work, right? I make mine through my career as a teacher, as an artist, right? My mystic, I am a mystic from jump, pretty much, in this life. So my vocation is very much about the divine and the mysteries and blah, blah, blah. But my work is as a corporate president. You think that's where I'd make my money? That's all the production work that nobody sees, right? So feel this out. It's all about bringing it into alignment anyway, because you tweak one little area in your work, career, vocation, because it's all one thing. It holographically balances itself out little by little. Good? So I guess that's enough explanation. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do my best to help anybody fulfill their life purpose, because as one of us does, all of us does. Yeah, that's unity for you. Yeah. Shall we? Let's do this. The shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point for me. So let's go there. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Sagittarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatchers watching this video, receiving this reading, please, beloved ones. I need 3 Caroline Myss archetype cards face down. We're going to lay them down, work, career, vocation, in that order, but we're going to read them vocation, career, work, working from the physical world first up to the spiritual, and then reading from the spiritual down into the physical. For the Sagittarians and the crosswatchers in this timeless work, career, vocation read. What's the 8th chakra going on in their work? What's going on in their career? What's going on in their vocation in this timeless work, career, vocation reading? Lay them down, 1, 2, 3, read them, 3, 2, 1. These are in the title. Let's see how brave you are. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that. So in this one, you're in a goddess, mediator, thief contract, vocation, career, work. You have to admit the goddess archetype mediating with a thief. A goddess is mediating with a thief. Sounds like a joke that's about to happen. All of these archetypes are neutral, so written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute, the lead, the gold, with an alchemical process of release and transformation between them. This is a feminine family archetype. This is a wisdom family archetype. This is an action family archetype, if I remember correctly. So an interesting blend. Now, you can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Okay? You might be dealing with somebody who has this archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, but it's still your opportunity to do the alchemy, to shift to a golden experience, and a more golden timeline than a leaded timeline. So let's read these. The shadow attribute of the goddess archetype, exploitation of the female nature and form. Now that's problematic, obviously. The light attribute, the feminine, expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Well, since this is the 8th chakra card, I'm going to say that the crown chakra, next 3 cards that come down after these 3, we're going to have a look there, because that is the divine aspect. The higher chakras will get there. So interesting, in terms of a vocation there. So if you're into healing nature, right? The whole ecology thing, I was raised with that. So I can relate to that a lot. Plus, I'm a goddess worshiper, but I have no planets in Sag, so I have no skin in this game. Let's talk about the Mediator, though. In your career wisdom family archetype, the shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, a thumb on the scale, if you like, either personally or professionally. So that could be in relationships, that could be obviously professionally. In your career, the light attribute, the gold, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of the argument. It feels very throat chakra, right? You chew on it, you find that balance, spit, swallow, or chew. We'll look at those when we get there. And the thief. Now, not calling you a thief, but everybody has been stolen from, and everybody has stolen if you take it out of the monetary physical alone, right? Shadow attribute, stealing money, creative ideas, affection. How about energy, like energy stealers, attention stealers, or other powers you think you lack? So that's helping you if you are dealing with a thief in your work. Idea theft, right? So many, copyright infringement, all of that. The light attribute sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. And that is what you have learned along the way, the knowledge you've gained, and that knowledge that you've alchemized into wisdom through experience in the work field, or at least in the physical world. Love it. That's about as much as we talk about any of these cards, except maybe the whispers of Lord Ganesha, Angela Hartfield, and the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck. So let's get those next 3 chakras down, because, one would think the thief, if it's like literal thievery going on, that would be lower 3 chakras. We'll get that in the next 3 cards after this one. So right now, let's call upon the goddesses. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My goddesses, override. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of fire, the sign of Sagittarius and the powers of the south, please. Beloved goddesses of beautiful, mutable fire as well. 3 cards face down. Work, career, vocation, heart, third eye, crown, chakra, second level of power, dominant career. But what's going on? To help them alchemize the shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, heart, throat, minimum, free will to delay or not delay that which cannot be prevented in their life purpose through work, career, vocation. They got the thief in the 8th. That's heart, third eye, crown, mediator in the 8th of their career. Now this should be clumsy. This should be really the right card then, if we went through that, because this is heart, their third eye, crown, dominant level of power, their career, their hunger, their passion, their thirst, their creative intuition, and goddess in the 8th for their vocation. That's big. That's general too. What's going on? Heart, third eye, crown there for the Saggies in this timeless work, career, vocation reading. Good. Wow. Okay, so goddess in the 8th in your vocation. How about good old-fashioned 7 o Pentacles? Keyword written on the card is appraisal, right? Well, where are you on this lead to gold scale of the goddess in terms of your life calling? Look, it's different. Like my life calling, my vocation truly is as a mystic. It's mostly solitary. It's me and the divine. Not a lot of other people get involved unless they do, because we're all one, blah, blah, blah. Right? So to kind of connect with that, it is sort of like the divine feminine archetype, the God card in the masculine family, the divine masculine archetype. Talk about the Empress as the divine feminine card, the Emperor, the divine masculine card. It is sort of like that. So it is evaluation. It's a woman who has planted sunflower seeds. She's looking at the crop and determining, does she want to harvest these? Does she want to sell some of them, keep some of them? Does she want to raise it to the ground and salt the earth so nothing ever grows again, right? But I love that earth connection there, though, particularly with the goddess, right? Nature. So there's definitely something there, in particularly with I can't. It's solid, it's fertile, it's supportive. But appraising the value, is this worth it, could very much be throat chakra. Mediator with the 8 of Pentacles. So you go from the 8 to the 7, but this is a good one because the 8 is the learner, right? So in terms of mediation, an 8 is a good solid place. It's saying, all right, I'm learning, right? Usually you see the Rider-Waite, like head down, doing your work. But this is a crone teaching a maiden in the tribe how to weave a blanket. She's been doing them for her whole life when her crone taught her how to do it, right? So there's a learning process. And I think if any of us can go, all right, learning curve, we're all learning every day learning every day. That kind of relaxes the nervous system a little bit and allows creativity to flow. Where if you think you know and you like that, it just tenses it up. So there's an appraisal here that I feel like is directly connected. And just because it goes backwards in the minor arcana doesn't mean that there's a backwards movement here, but it is saying it's this kind of spiritual appraisal of this goddess energy that might show you, it's like, you know what, in terms of being fair, in terms of being a mediator, and the key one here, a strategy in personal and professional life, right? To really find your way through this as a learner with understanding both sides of the argument, being the still point in between the scales, if you want to go there, because this is, I think, rather key. Remember the thief? I don't think you're the thief here, not with Shakti, the life dancer, a major arcana card, the world or the universe. This is the completion of the cycle. I think something may have been stolen from you at some point, but there's a real recognition here of a wealth, a completion that can never be stolen from you, right? Your power, your skill, your wisdom, for you to take action in the world. Now, I would also recommend looking up the word Shakti. It's the name of a goddess. It is a type of energy. It's very yoga. It's very Eastern. But there may be some keys there for you as she dances right in that split second between midnight and the next day, right? That right on the edge, that completion, that full cycle. And when it's a major arcana card, usually it refers to all chakras in that zone in a read like this, right? Not a full-on chakra read where every chakra is getting a card. I really like this. I think it shows a lot of wisdom. And look, and if it comes to a question of what have you stolen, well, it's only an ancient pattern that has been passed down ancestrally since caveman. I mean, come on, Quest for Fire. I think that's the one with the cavemen, Streets of Fire. No, that's Tonight Is What It Means to Be Young. The Chariots of Fire. No, that's Running on the Beach, right? With that music, whatever. I'm a Generation X random culture generator. I'm really good at Trivial Pursuit. Well, and my guides cheat with me. Oh, little Elvis trivia. So let's get the lower 3 chakras. Let's look at the physical part of this. From the outside looking in at yourself like in a mirror, and possibly from the outside in looking out at people, places, and things, which can still be a mirror, which means it could be both. So let's take a look and see what this is about. Physical world, really this one's key to the first level of power work, but we're going to see how the work integrates with all of this across the board. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My gods override. Boom. As I call upon my beloved gods of fire, the sign of Sagittarius, powers of the south, please, beloved gods of beautiful fire, like lightning striking here and lightning striking there. 3 cards face down in clarity, please, for the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of outside in, inside out, to fulfill their sacred contracts, their life purpose, their work, career, vocation with the thief in the 8th, and Shakti, the life dancer, the world on the inner. There's them lower 3 chakras. in their career, mediator in the 8th, but the learner on the inner, which loving that could very easily be their leverage in this reading, although that might be dependent upon what's going on in their vocation. Goddess in the 8th, appraisal on the inner for this timeless work, career, vocation read. Excellent. 9 of Cups. All right, so this feels lovely. Now, I do think there is leverage coming in here in your career, but let's start here, right? So this goddess energy, remember, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So yes, dealing with the stuff you've learned on the end, the things that you love, the sensuality of it. There's another word on there, the wisdom, the nature, the life force, but through expressing that with a wisdom of appraisal, appraising this wisely, because you got 9 of Cups on the outside. Yes, wish fulfillment, sure, but even if we take it beyond that, because that's very key-wordy, you go through the 8, you walk away from the 8 of Cups to find the 9th cup within yourself that's offering that love to yourself, and then you're good. I'm good. Okay, so I'm not fountaining all over the place, 10 of Cups, but I'm good, right? If that's you from the outside looking out, looking in. If from the inside looking out, however, that could be a wish fulfillment thing. It could be a very strong, intuitive sense of we're almost there, and it could certainly involve another person, but the 9 of Cups in the mythic tarot is the myth of Eros and Psyche. It's a true love story, so we'll take that with a grain of salt, sea salt, because he's the son of Aphrodite, the goddess of the sea foam. You'll like this, I think, the Mediator. 8 of Pentacles on the inner, 1 of Pentacles on the outer. New opportunity coming in, either coming from you out into the world, creatively in your career, or one coming to you. The Page of Pentacles certainly offers that Ace of Pentacles to you or from you. But pages are messengers. They need not necessarily always be people. Like a bill can be a messenger, right? A piece of mail, right? A robocall, right? That's considered, believe it or not, a page if we're going to expand the archetype to our modern day world. So is it a form of communication? It's definitely a seed, a healthy seed. That depends on what you do with it, right? And if you're willing to say, okay, I got this new thing, I want to handle it wisely, right? I want to navigate my power balance here as I do this with the Mediator, to be fair, to be just, to be merciful, but also be very clear of what the laws are ethically, with something that is worth holding and maybe planting and growing into something. Here's where it gets a little trickier, because you get another page here, Thief in the 8th, Shakti on the inner, Page of Wands on the outer. Now, we know about pages, just said messengers, but this might be something incendiary, something perhaps inspiring. I mean, it's a message of fire. I would just be very, very careful of that because of the appraisal you have up here spiritually. Just try and see this from a higher place, particularly if there has been exploitation in any way. Like, because what does a thief do? They exploit your trust. It's a con man, which is a different archetype. That could be the trickster as well, but a lot of tricksters are thieves. Oh, we're in Hermes territory here. So interesting read. Certainly the challenge seems to be in the workaday world here, right? Whatever you're doing to survive in this world. But you've got that completion on the inside. This could also be a message of something new coming in that you're like, oh, I am done with this. Let's move on, right? And this new career opportunity, it's a good way to read it, but it's going to take, you're going to have to be the learner. You're going to have to learn some new skills for that. And really, with the appraisal, looking at things from a higher place in terms of your life calling, which it's hard to define what your life calling is, and it does change throughout our lives. That's why I like archetypal readings, because the themes keep repeating throughout time. So we can usually catch a little bit of what power we're dealing with here. But with that 9 of Cups, this feels lovely, but it feels like your real leverage here is in your career. Yeah, so let's remove some obstacles, or at least get some guidance to do so with the whispers of Lord Ganesha, Hindu, elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, remover of obstacles. I've had just about over 25 years, 25 years, cultivating a lovely relationship with Ganesh, and I think a big part of what's gotten me this far, and that I'm still alive, considering what my career has been. Please take a nice deep breath. You'd be surprised. You're a Sagi, maybe not. Still point. There he is. Oh, Ganesh override. You're so gentle. As I call upon the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, please, beloved one. One card in clarity for the Sagittarius Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers who are watching this video or receiving this reading. Your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message, and help them remove the obstacles. Do the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fulfilling their sacred contracts in their work, career, and vocation, and fulfilling their life purpose bit by bit, day by day, step by step, breath by breath in this timeless. Ooh, that was good. Work, career, vocation reads spiritual quest. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that makes sense. Get an umbrella because, a paranormal parasol if you got a paranormal aerosol with you opened right to it. You're fucked. In the best way possible. Hey, I'm from New York, right? I'm wearing my t-shirt. Card number 49, Spiritual Quest. You are called to realize your full potential and to choose to become a force for good in the world. Da 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 da! I get a cape and boots. No capes. Whether or not you are aware of it, you are embarking on a great spiritual quest. Your soul is leading you to a myriad of discoveries about who you truly are and what you came here to achieve in this lifetime. If your workaday world has been stealing from you in any way, shape, or form, particularly energetically, ethically, this might be the call to the hero's journey. Each of us has a unique journey that is tailored especially for us and designed for us to reach our highest potential. This is what these reads are for. During this quest, you will gain significant insight into your purpose here on Earth. For many, this journey will have been preceded by a period of upheaval, confusion, and conflict, which has birthed a desire for greater clarity and concrete answers about the meaning and purpose to your life. Well, welcome to Drawing the Circle Productions YouTube channel, folks. From this spiritual journey you are undertaking, you will gain wisdom, goddess, enlightenment, and an enhanced sense of your personal power. As you travel on this path, make a point to commit to the quest and not be tempted by distractions. Sagittarius. Ooh, bumblebees. That may cause you to veer off track. Have you ever dated one of you? It's interesting. Fun, though. Ganesha urges you to focus your energy less on having and more on simply being. Your spiritual growth can be enhanced by the regular practice of meditation and self-reflection at this time. Appraisal on the inner goddess energy. 9 of Cups work. There you go. Is that it? Is that a 1-pager or a 2-pager? Sometimes they'll... Nope, that's it. You're on a spiritual quest. So, we've got a goddess mediator thief on a spiritual quest doing what? In the conservatory with a candlestick. I did it. I killed Yvette. I hated her so much. Fire sign. Flint. No. Okay. Let's get this last card down. The Macon here. I love these reads. They're fun. They are fun when they click like this. But the Macon Healing Mantra deck, Crosswatchers, here's a real opportunity, right? You be on your spiritual quest, everybody's on one, right? But to add this mantra to it would really help, I think, the Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, here's your opportunity to have a little mantra to help you along on the spiritual quest, reason, season, or the rest of your lifetime. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Masters override. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly for the Sagittarius Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. What is the perfect healing mantra to help the Sagittarians and the cross watchers alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxic to healthy, their fear to love, their poverty to prosperity, their theft to wealth, their perdition to paradise, their hell to heaven, in this goddess, mediator, thief, spiritual quest contract in this timeless read. Unhooking the past, there's nothing to regret when I learned from my past. Now, this is not a past, present, future read. I know, it's 3 cards. It's 3 positions, I should say, but no. But perhaps, there is an opportunity here with this completion going on in the thief, that you're kind of looking back, you know what? I learned from that. I have nothing to regret. Oh, the learner. I have nothing to regret when I learned from my past. Got it. Okay, let me read it. Unhooking the past. Now you unhook it so that you don't have to keep doing it. Again, when things repeat in our lives, it's not that we've done it wrong. It's called the compassionate return of the universe. Gary Zukov, Seed of the Soul, I love him. Nice guy. He's a really, really nice guy. Was on Oprah a bunch of times too. But he says that's the universe saying, all right, well, try again, right? It's never pass-fail with the universe. It's litmus test. Where are you? Lead to gold, if you like. Unhooking the past. There is nothing to regret when I learn from my past. When you unhook the past, you're able to see crucial moments of growth from fresh perspectives. This allows you to see the mistakes of our past as catalysts for development, not as something you did wrong. Right? What if every hero on a spiritual quest decided, I fucked up, that's it, I'm done, right? They do. They have that moment, but they keep going, usually. It's an opportunity to see your how your previous actions could have been better aligned with your highest values. When you learn today the things you didn't know before, you are able to meet your current circumstances with renewed clarity, so the past can be unhooked instead of repeated. But that's our free will. Course in Miracles. It can be delayed but not prevented, right? Your awakening, it calls it the atonement, which means the undoing of the ego and all of that stuff. It can be delayed. Your time has already been determined, right? It can be delayed, but cannot be prevented. Quantum choices, there, billions, woof, math. This mantra is ideal for overcoming self-criticism. That could be on the table here, releasing shame, and being more open-minded. And I think seeing that from this goddess archetype in the 8th, right? Your larger life purpose of praising it, saying, okay, I made some mistakes here, I made some mistakes there, but I'll be okay. I'm going to offer that. It's like, I'm good. I learned, right? Nothing to it. No regrets, right? And certainly with the Mediator, it's going to change how you move forward in your career with this new potentiality. If you get, I'm learning. There's nothing to regret when I learned from my past. Because here in your work, definitely, there was something stolen, but they could not steal from you, or maybe you stole along the way too. We all have, right? In some way, shape, or form. So, but that's okay. You're done. You learned. Nothing to regret when you learn from your past. But what is this message coming in? This Page of Wands that might be very exciting, if not incendiary. So, I love this. Let's put this together in a blessimation, combination of the word blessing and summation. One of my patrons came up with it over on Patreon, and it's stuck in my third eye, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon, I suspect. And then after that is the end of the read, but if you want to hang out, as I release the Sagittarians and the Crosswatchers from my energy field, we'll talk a little bit about private sessions and other cool stuff. Okay, one more time. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. And let us end as we began. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Sagittarius Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Crosswatchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to fulfill their sacred contracts in their work, career, vocation, being the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest versions of themselves as possible, so that in their vocation they embrace the feminine energy expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality as they appraise that within their own heart, throat, third eye, crown, particularly maybe the heart, because maybe some errors were made, but they can be okay with it, offering themselves and being, I would think, from the outside, that Nine of Cups. Not overflowing. Maybe there is a wish fulfill opportunity for them if they just keep moving forward in love, in trust, in balance, because in their career, may they be blessed by embracing their gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life with respect for both sides of arguments. And that is a learning curve for all of us. So if they can accept that, then this Page of Pentacles coming in, this messenger with a message of new potential, new opportunity, could even be financial, an investment, anything like that, so that in their work they are able to shed light on their personal wealth, which can never be stolen from them because they have graduated. They are in that Shakti vibe. Shakti, the life dancer, the world card, the universe card, completing that all four chakras in their work with some sort of message coming in, possibly an invitation, possibly a hey, we heard about you, or we're looking for somebody in with your exact thing, or we saw your thing on the internet, right, boom, so that they can unhook the past on their spiritual quest, because there's nothing to regret when they learn from their past, and that is true for absolutely all of us. So may they be blessed, the Saggis and the Crosswatchers, with all that they need to be the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest versions of themselves that they can be, fulfilling their life purpose, work, career, vocation, for their well-being, for the well-being of their loved ones, for the well-being of all of us here on planet Earth, which covers everything, so for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So would it be. And so it is. Hey, there we go. Oh, it feels good. I'm loving this new music so much. I hear it in my head every single time. That third knock. Bam. I know I give you more than one. We had a little 4 count. We did, didn't we? It was good. It's fun music. Did you like the music? I mean, did you like the reading? Did you like them both? Hit the thumbs up. Help other Sagittarians and Crosswatchers find the reading. That's what algorithms do, but we don't have algorithms on Patreon.com. Certainly not at Drawing the Circle. No, they are the antidote to the algorithm. They are the algorithmic antidote. Patreon, I love them. All of my subscribers get 3 things in common, as I may have mentioned before: the daily check-ins, the extended readings, the exclusive discount. It is a field day for me creatively, helping me do my vacation, work-career-vocation every day. I love it. I highly recommend it for other creative types. Become a creator if you're interested, and they keep giving us cool stuff to do. There's new stuff coming at the time of this recording. I'm just not saying what it is yet, because I have to learn how to make it work, because they'll help me with that too. But they do give us 7-day free trials if you would like to check us out as a seeker or a human for 7 days and jump out at day 6. It's fine. I don't mind. I'd rather people have access to what I do, right? There's my vocation as a mystic. Let me do what I came here to do so I can go home with a clean contract completed and fulfilled. So yeah, help me fulfill my life purpose there, you Saggis and your Crosswatchers. Complete your own Patreon. You never know what you're going to find. And if you want to book me for one of them there, private sessions, spiritual counseling, and or reading. We also have the half hour of power. Well, there's a video in the description box booking private sessions with Mal. I changed my prices for the 25th anniversary. It's on my website too. Everything's written down. DrawingTheCircle.com. There's a little thing, store. Click on store. Poof, you're in the store. You'll see reading packages, spiritual counseling, a lot of other digital content to peruse if you like. But it's all spelled out there. But the video, about 11 minutes. My mom likes it. We're keeping it. Talking about all of that, how to book me, whether we do it live, Zoom recording, if I travel, all of it said in there, as well as I say over and over and over, I've never turned anybody away. Because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way, and we can work it out. we can work it out. So reach out if you like, because that is really the height of my skill as a divinatory artist, is as a reader, and it's my highest healing art as a spiritual counselor. It's just I've been doing it for a really long time, and I love it. And I love you. And you can do this. We need that Sagittarian, Jupiterian freedom vibe on the planet. So free yourself up. Take that spiritual journey and unhook your past. Because we all have to if we really want to move forward. So wishing you all the very, very best. And the very, very blessed of my beloved Sagittarius asses. Hang in there. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.